All right. We're going to learn how to use the Quick Mask tool, which is also a selection tool. The Quick Mask tool is located underneath the swatches where I'm circling around with the rectangle with the circle in it. All right, so if you double click on it, you can see what the options are. And the default is to have the masked areas be 50% selected with the red, just so you can tell where you've been. Now, where you mask, you're actually masking, meaning you want to cover that up. So we're actually going to be reversing it afterwards. But this is the way your setting should be, so make sure this is set and select OK. Now, you want to make sure that you select the mask. If you're off of it, it will be just an outline, but if you select it and you're in masking mode, it'll say quick mask up here at the top here, but it will also be white or a gray with a black circle. All right, now we're going to be using our brush tool with the masking. So if you select the brush tool and you hold down on your brushes with the arrow, that's telling you what size. It's a very small brush right now, and I want it to be larger. So you can select one of the harder brushes, meaning that they're not fuzzy around it, because you want it to be 100% hardness, because we want it to have a really clean edge. And then you can go ahead and put it at about 20, 21. It's fine if it's not exact right now. All right, and then when I brush on it, I should get this red transparent paint on there, and that's right. If you get black, that means you're not in masking mode. All right, so you'll have to change it and make sure you click the masking mode. So if you get any other color than this, so you need to edit, undo, edit, step backwards, and then change it. Make sure you're on masking mode. Now you can enlarge. Make sure you zoom in, so because you want it as accurate as possible. And really, we're just getting the bananas, not the shadows. So you're going to fill this in just through brushing. Now, say your brush is too big and I want to get that small areas right there. All you have to do, the shortcut to make your brush smaller or larger instead of going back up here, I can just do the left bracket on the keyboard, which is kind of underneath the delete key, to make it smaller, and the right bracket makes it larger. So I can move my brush larger and smaller by using the brackets. So then I'm going to come right here by make it a little bit smaller and really get as close as possible right on here. Now say if I get over the edge and it goes like this, well, that's all right. It's easy enough to fix. Just come to your swatches right here and flip them and make sure the white's on top, and then go over it just like you did with your brush, and it actually erases the mask. Right? So you can erase the mask that way just by switching it. And then when I want to go back in and start adding the mask again, I'm going to switch it back. All right, make sure the black's on top then. And then I'm going to finish masking it. And I can use a fairly larger brush to do this inside part because I'm not really next to an edge, so I can fill it in easy enough by just doing a large brush. And then when I get closer to the edge, I want a smaller brush, and I want to go ahead and get the lighter areas. Not so worried about when it turns black because it's not going to really change color anyway. And we're adding a color to these bananas so that they're not black and white, but the background is. And you're going to go all the way around it. And again, if you make mistakes, just go back with the change the white, like I went out a little bit right there, so I can come back, zoom in, and I can touch that part up a little bit. I'm not so worried about the edge right there because it's really, really dark, and so it's not going to change color anyway. But I do want to fix this area, so I'm going to switch my swatches right here, and I'm going to go back to the brush tool. Make sure you choose the brush tool and not the history brush, by the way. And then I'm going to just delete those parts. All right, now I'm going to zoom back out, check it out a little bit. Well, let me fix this part here too. and I'm going to zoom out here a little bit, and then I'm going to select. Now I can see my mask. I'm going to select the masking tool again, and it shows me what I have selected. Now what it's doing is it's masking what I don't want covered. So it's kind of the opposite of what we need for this. You can see that the marching ants are on the outside. So I'm going to select inverse because I just want the banana selected. Now I'm going to go to image, adjustments, and I'm going to go to hue saturation. I'm going to click the colorize button, and I'm going to change the slider over. And now I'm going to give it normal yellow bananas. If you want to do purple or whatever color, that's fine. That's up to you. Select OK. And then I'm going to fit in the screen and look at them. I'm going to select, deselect, or Command D on the keyboard. And that's all for this. And then File, Save As. Make sure you save it as a JPEG. It's already set. Put your name in the middle of it. And upload to your to the Google Classroom, and you're done.